Okay. So the Matrix 4 trailer dropped a few days ago. And everyone is happy. Keanu Reeves came back. Trinity, the actress who played Trinity, came back.
Carrie Ann Moss.
Yes, great actress. Hell, according to the IMDb, Jada Pinkett Smith came back for her. I don't even remember her fucking character's name.
Niobe.
Niobe is back. So, what's the missing link here? Everyone but Morpheus, who was recasted by Yahya Abdul-Mateen. And great. Again, phenomenal actor. He's doing his thing. I'm happy that he keeps getting great roles in successful movies. We could talk about the trailer. We could talk about the pauses. We could talk about all of that. But the one thing that has soured this whole trailer experience for me and this whole Matrix 4 is the treatment of Laurence Fishburne by Warner Brothers Media. Because and the Wachowski sister, because according to rumor, according to the press, according to just the internet, he was never contacted. He was never contacted. He was never consulted. He didn't get any sort of sign or message saying that they're going to do this film and that they're going to do it without him. He was basically left out in the cold about this whole thing, and he can't get any answers for why he was never casted in this film at all. So it's just a bad look when you have pretty much the only black guy of the whole trilogy not being contacted at all. I mean, it's one thing if you're going to recast him. It's one thing if, you would at least have the respect to be like, hey, Laurence, we're going to do the Matrix 4. And unfortunately, we're going to have, it's one thing to at least give the man some respect to contact him about it, if this is true. But it's a whole nother thing where you just act like he never played a part of this whole thing. And you have a movie series that has a play on technology, on the digital information age, where characters can kind of morph their look on the fly to whatever they want. And there's a whole lot of different ways you can accomplish Laurence Fishburne at least being in there for a couple seconds and get changed to, a Yahya Abdul-Mateen's younger self. But It's just sour grapes to me how, again, this is Warner Media after the Ray Fisher incident, and you have this happening with the Matrix 4, where you have a veteran black actor who has respect, who has done his thing in Hollywood, who's got a great catalog. You don't even give him the respect of a message saying we're not going to have you in our film. Or guess what? We're making the Matrix 4. Like, nothing at all. I think that's really fucked up for them to do, especially when you bring back Jada Pinkett Smith for Niobe, and you don't even give Morpheus a chance of at least a cameo and then digitize to become into Yahya, man. I mean, what are you thinking, dude? It's just really rubbing me off the wrong way.
Okay, so what I'm gonna say is this right here. It's even crazier when you take into account that his current wife, the beautiful Mrs. Gina Torres, right? He met his current wife on the set of the sequels to The Matrix.
Oh, shit.
And Gina Torres is a beautiful woman, by the way, man. Just respectfully. That's a beautiful black Spanish woman right there. But, I mean, okay, there's one part of me that wants to try to give benefit of the doubt. I'm hoping against hope that maybe somewhere in there we get like an explanation as to how Morpheus is taller and darker and younger than he was 20 years ago, right?
Right.
So that there's like a secret Laurence Fishburne cameo where there's like a reboot to the software and now Morpheus is somebody different. But that's probably more than likely not going to happen, right? So, yes, all of that is bullshit. Complete bullshit. If what is more than likely going to happen ultimately ends up happening. It is unfortunate, and I'm not on board with that because, I mean, bro, Laurence Fishburne was fucking 14 years old in the first movie he ever appeared in, Apocalypse Now, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, starring Marlon Brando, Robert Duvall, and Martin Sheen. Like, we're not talking about a fly by night actor here. We're talking about
Right.
Mr. Lawrence Fishburne, who was Furious Styles in Boys in the Hood. You know, carried a movie directed by Bill Duke called Deep Cover. You know, I could continue this man's accolades as an actor, but I'm not going to do that for the sake of brevity here. So, yes, I'm not on board with any of that here. The thing that I want to highlight in all of this here, right? Now, The Matrix, just real quick here, something I want to mention. The Matrix. I'm not talking about the series of movies, I'm not talking about the Animatrix, I'm talking about The Matrix. We've seen that movie. You've seen that movie. I've seen it. We lived through the hype of it. We lived through every other movie that came out after it during that time, trying to copycat bullet time and everything like that, right?
Right.
You, as a fan of Japanese cinema, you were familiar with bullet time before The Matrix ever came out, correct?
Yeah, yeah, I knew a little bit of it from those Chinese
From from,
movies.
from John Woo, from John Woo, and movies with Chow Yun Fat and everything like that, right? We ain't gonna get into that, right? What I'm gonna say about The Matrix is that yes, I was very interested to see a trailer for The Matrix Resurrections this week on Twitter and on YouTube. With that being said, for anyone who was around during that time, tell me something memorable from The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions. And we can have a conversation. Because if I'm keeping it all the way 100 right now, bro, The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions were not good movies, in my opinion.
No,
Should have been one movie. The
no,
Matrix
you're right.
The Matrix should have only had one sequel. If Warner Brothers was even on board to even doing a sequel, The Matrix as a standalone movie is fucking perfect, flawless in that story that they told with that first movie. There is no added weight or no wasted motion to that first movie that they made, bro. Right or
Right.
wrong?
Now you
If there
cooking,
was
dude.
if there was ever a movie that did not need a sequel, it was The Matrix. They did everything they needed to do with that first fucking movie. But greed and box office returns dictated it to where they had to do two more movies. The Matrix Revolutions was ass.
at,
Ass.
at best, we got the best live action adaptation of a Dragon Ball Z fight until Man of Steel.
Man.
That was it.
I'm sorry. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag here. But before we get too out of hand with the excitement for another Matrix movie, let's put this in perspective and really understand what we are looking for here. Okay? The original Matrix was a great movie, but it was not this pure action movie from beginning to end. It wasn't that. It was a great movie with great action sequences in between. For anyone who is going to the theater to see this movie or watch it on HBO Max when it comes out in December, please understand this movie will not be that pure adrenaline rush from beginning to end. It's not going to be that. So when it comes out, And people are on Twitter saying, oh, this was mid, or oh, this was boring, or oh, I wasn't expecting this. That's your fucking fault. That's your fault. It's not Warner Brothers. It's not Lana Wachowski's. It's not Keanu Reeves. It's nobody's fault but your own dumbass fault for thinking that this is going to be the Raid 3, because that was never what the Matrix was supposed to be. So fuck you.
It's not the Raid 3.
That's all I got to say about that.
You
Fuck.
know, go ahead.
No, that's all I got to say about that. I don't want to hear shit in December when you motherfuckers get on Twitter and start talking about how Hollywood has an agenda and XYZ and this wasn't the Matrix. And 20 years later, we fuck you. Fuck you, because nobody is online right now saying that Laurence Fishburne should be in this fucking movie. So fuck all of y'all that are going to try to put your fucking pinky up and say this isn't my Matrix, because none of you motherfuckers was even there in 1999 or 1998. None of you motherfuckers even know that Roy Jones Jr. All right, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm
Shit,
chilling.
keep going, man. Keep
Like, I'm
going,
chilling.
dog.
None of
Oh
you,
my god.
none of you motherfuckers was there playing the Matrix on PS2 when you could only play as Ghost and Niobe, and they tried to play us to think that Ghost and Niobe were actual characters that fucking mattered in the sequels to the Matrix. Y'all wasn't there when Roy Jones had a cameo in the Matrix Reloaded. So I don't want to hear none of this bullshit in December when none of y'all like the Matrix because it's too smart for y'all. I don't want to hear any of that shit. Fuck all of y'all in December when y'all try to put your noses up at the Matrix Resurrections because it's not John Wick, because it's not Terminator, because it's not any of these action movies that you want it to be. Fuck all of y'all. Straight up,
Shit,
man.
dog. Oh
Straight
my
up.
god.
Straight up, man. Straight up and down, bro. I don't plan on going to see The Matrix when it comes out in theaters. There are 5 movies that I know for sure that I'm going to see in theaters before the end of 2021, bro. I'm gonna get into them right now, right?
Hey, go ahead.
The
I can know.
Sopran-
I know two. I know two of them.
Yeah, The Sopranos, which
Mm-hmm.
comes out October 1st, which may or may not be a good movie, but fuck it, whatever, right? The
Right.
spectacle of seeing a Sopranos movie in theaters is enough to get me in theaters. Rotten Tomatoes is probably, the reviews are probably going to kill The Sopranos whenever it comes out, but I don't give a damn. I've been in the Sopranos rabbit hole on YouTube for the last week. No Time to Die, which is set for November, which I think, yeah.
Should be safe. Should be safe.
Yep. The Eternals,
Hell
also
yeah.
in November. Spider-Man, which is coming out in December.
Mm-hmm.
And number 5, honestly, I don't even
Dune.
know. And oh man, that's a hard pass, my brother.
Okay.
That,
Okay, man.
that's going to be a hard pass. Number 5, I don't know, but I know for damn sure it probably will not be the Matrix. I probably will not be seeing the Matrix in theaters, but I'm gonna say 4 and a possible, depending on any other trailer that comes out. So for sure, The Sopranos, No Time to Die, The Eternals, and Spider-Man, I will be watching in theaters. I don't plan on going to the movie theater to watch The Matrix, and I know that it's going to be a good movie, but people who are expecting what they're not going to get are going to hate that movie. And there are going to be built-in reasons for people not to like that movie altogether. So it is what it is. But I stand by every word that I said prior to me making that other statement at Uncle Jack 328 on Twitter.
Dude, it's like you already know the future. Oh shit! Because you know those Twitter accounts are gonna be like, "This is not my Matrix. This is an agenda. This is boring. Where's the action? Where is this and that? Oh, they didn't do this. They didn't do that. It's gonna be a shit show of a reaction for
Fuck,
sure."
fuck out of here, man. And like seriously, get the fuck out of here. I looked at like, do you remember the Animatrix? You remember that
Yeah,
by
I
chance?
remember the Animatrix. Yep.
Yo, oh man, dog. I went.
Oh, hold on. Repeat yourself. You went out. Oh.
Yeah, my bad, dog. Like I looked at a clip from the Animatrix the other day, and
Mm-hmm.
one of the like segments there was like this black dude who was trying to break the record for world's fastest man, and it's only like a 6 minute segment, and I'm gonna send it to you once we get off this live, bro. But like that shit was fire. Like
Mm.
as an adult now, I have no shame in saying this. That clip almost brought tears to my eyes, knowing the way that shit is going on right now. Like this was a dude who was trying to break like the record for world's fastest man, and as he's doing it, he's breaking out of the matrix, right? He's outrunning all these other guys, and then
Mm.
as he's doing it, the guys he's competing against are turning into the agents. It's not a coincidence that you see a black man outrunning a group of white men to become the world's fastest man, breaking out of it and then being put back into it. But then at the end of this segment, he knows that he did it. He knows that this is something he's capable of. Like, I don't want to hear none of that
Yeah.
shit in December, bro. I don't want to hear any of that. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit, man. Appreciate what you're getting or don't fucking watch it.